Well, good afternoon, Marie. How are you today?
I'm well, thanks for asking. How about
Well,
yourself?
good. I'm very good, very good. Thank you so much for taking the time to meet with me today. We've known each other, goodness, it's almost, I looked it up, it's almost been about 2 years
Real.
that we've known each other. Yes. And I think it was 18 months. And you have worked, do you know how many assignments that you have worked for Ronstadt?
Let's see. Maybe. Well, this started Bethune Cookman way before you. That was in 2011. But
Yeah.
since you, maybe about five or six.
You
That's
worked with us. You've worked 16 assignments with
what?
us. You have. And I will say every one of them has been successfully completed. You've worked Bethune Cookman, Duvaswaco. You did a little assignment at Embry Riddle, Florida Podiatry, APCO, Kaiser, and the Daytona Beach Housing Authority. So when we added them all up, which I did, it was an impressive track record of 16 successful assignments. With Ronstadt, and every single person gave rave reviews about you and references. So I wanted to just toot your own horn a little bit for a minute and say thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad to oblige. If they're
Yes.
happy,
So let's talk a little bit about the type of work that you've done. So office work. So tell me a little bit about, let's say, what you've done. Because I know you were with the Ormond Beach um,
chamber.
chamber before. You were with Embry Riddle. So talk a little bit about some of your office skills.
Okay. My office skills are data entry, uh, accounting, basic administrative clerical duties, copying, filing, um, whatever's thrown at me, basically. Trying to think most of the time. Now, Emory Riddle was a little different assignment, but all my other assignments were basically all clerical, some data entry, some filing, some correspondence, creating my own correspondence, sending out office correspondence, doing billing. I did billing while I was at the chamber, billing, mailings, postage
Mhm.
meter. Those are some of the
Mhm.
equipments I've used.
Yep. And
Um,
then what was strikingly common in the feedback and the references that you've received from the clients that you've worked for us was your reliability. So that you were there when you were supposed to be there, you were on time, and also your customer service, that you were
yeah.
very friendly to everyone that you've come in contact with. So why don't you tell me about a time that maybe you had to deal with somebody who wasn't so friendly or wasn't so happy and how you overcame that?
Oh, I had a lot of those. You just, let them, if they're upset about something, let them, say what they have to say and, try to be as helpful as I can. If I can't make a remedy for them, then I let them know that I will take care of it and I will get back to them. Most of the time, being in customer service, which I've been basically all my life, because all my clerical duties are basically customer service, talking or speaking with someone on the phone. Even when I was at Cookman, it was like dealing with over 100 parents or students during the day, and none of them basically were happy all the time. But you let them tell you what they want, and you try to resolve it. And I don't go with a back and forth with them. I just let them tell me what the problem is, and then I try to solve it and then and just keep it moving. I'm basically a happy person, so I like to smile and
Mhm.
converse with people and try to diffuse if they I see that they are upset about something, and to say, well, how may I help you, how can we resolve the issue? And most of the time they're very happy, because I usually
Mhm.
resolve the issue. I don't want to. I hate to have an unhappy customer or unhappy client.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And then if you've got lots going on, so let's just paint a picture here. So let's say you're working in an office and it's super busy and you've got the phone ringing, you've got people standing in front of you, maybe your manager gave you a task. How do you organize all of that? Because I know you're good at that. So tell me how you do that.
Well, first of all, it would be the phones. And if I have people in front of me and they're a little bit antsy, whatever, I just let them know that just have a seat. And can I get you some water, some coffee, or whatever? Just have a seat. I'll be right with you, but I must answer the phone right now. And or I have somebody else. I'll get someone else, grab someone else to answer my phone calls and address that person. I don't keep them on hold. I try not to. Just say, just have a seat. I'll be right with you. And I try to be right with them because if you don't, they will be back up in your face again. You know, so the best way to do that is to handle whatever they want, or if they are able to they want to tell me about something and they don't have enough time, just leave me the information and I will, me, myself, I always follow through and make sure I get back to them because guarantee you at the end of the day, they will be back or they will be calling you and letting you know that you haven't done what you said you were going to do for them. So I try to prioritize that. If I have something, say if I'm working for you and you give me an assignment and you want it at 12 o'clock and it's very busy, then I try to remove myself from, the busyness of it all and ask somebody here, I got 30 minutes. I'll take my 30 minutes or whatever I have to do to satisfy my assignment in my office that my boss has given me and do that. If not, if I can't, if that person that gives me the assignment sees that I'm very busy, I'll let them know, it's very busy up here. How can I give you this at, during lunch or whatever? And usually I'm very flexible, so I don't need to eat lunch at a specific time or whatever. I try to get whatever assignment that I have and that is needed done. And so that when I do the assignment, if I give it to you and you ask me to do certain things, you're going to have time to look it over to tell me, yes, oh,
Sure.
this is great, or I need to change something or whatever. But I let whoever I'm working with, let them be aware of the situation. And, so basically they can see, you know.
Sure. Absolutely. Um, and then I know the answer to this, but you live in the Ormond Beach area.
Yes.
And as far as your schedule, you're flexible with the days of the week that you work?
I am. I am very flexible
Okay.
of the week that I
Okay.
have. I can even, I can do weekends, I can do middle of the week or 3 days a week.
Okay.
So, yeah,
Okay, wonderful. And we talked about, that you have worked for us. You've worked temporary assignments, which was most of the 16 that we talked about, part-time, full-time. For me, you're my go-to, as you know. If we need help with something and a client reaches out and I know that I need to have somebody that's going to show up, that's going to do a good job, that's going to finish the assignment, Ronstad, we call you, Kathy before me and me now. So as far as availability, are you open to assignments that are part-time or full-time?
I am. Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. And then why don't we end this little clip of the interview with something fun? Why don't you share a fun fact about Marie?
Fun fact about Marie. Oh, wow. What's a fun fact about me? No one's ever asked me that question, Miss Danielle.
Really? Oh, okay. Let's
Fun,
see here.
oh,
Fun fact.
what's a fun fact? I don't know.
Well, how many kids do you have?
I have 3 kids and a little
Three
fun.
kids.
They're all married except for one, and then the last one's getting married this year. So I'm done. That's a fun fact.
Okay. There you go. I love it. All
Yeah,
right,
you're
Marie. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop this part of the interview, but don't go anywhere. We got a few more things to chat about. Thank you.
welcome.